Good morning, boys and girls. It is actually Tuesday, February 19th, and it is my older brother's birthday. He's almost 50 years old, so not quite. Next year he'll be 50. So, anyways, happy birthday to my brother. And I have an older brother and a younger brother. So I hope you all had a great long weekend for our winter break there. If you're like me, I wish it was a few days longer. Maybe even the whole week would have been really good. But it was nice to have a little break from everything and do some fun things. We had a ton of snow here Sunday night. We knew it was going to snow a bit. We didn't realize it was going to snow as much as it did. So it was a little crazy out driving Monday and Sunday. And then Monday, my girls and we just kind of went shopping, went out to lunch, did a few fun things around Detroit, Livonia area. So that's where I'm from. I'm back using my PowerPoints because I felt like it was important that we did our mission statement and all of that we haven't heard in a while. So, oops, you can see my finger there. Sorry. Remember our mission statement, all students, Gracie, belong, learn, and lead every day to achieve success by opening the doors to endless possibilities. Our statement of dear students, I believe in you, I am here for you. You are capable of great things. You are respected, you are listened to, you are unique. I care about you. Your success is my success. We are in this together. You are the reason why I am here. So, thank you so much for all that you have done and all the work you've done. Remember our mission this year, Mission Possible. We can achieve anything together. So I'm glad we got to say that again because it's been a while since we said it, and I wanted to make sure you all remember that. So for the month of February, we're thinking about empathy. And last week, I showed you that it was putting yourself in someone else's shoes. So there's two different words we have, empathy and sympathy. So sympathy, I want us to remember, is saying you're sorry that someone might be in pain. So maybe your younger brother or sister drop something really heavy on their finger and they start crying. Sympathy is when you feel, oh, sorry, I'm sorry you dropped that on your finger, but you don't really feel anything. You're just like, sorry, glad that wasn't me, and maybe run off to your bedroom. Empathy is when you really feel that pain, when you take that minute to think about, oh my goodness, I can imagine what that would feel like dropping that on your finger, and I can imagine how much that hurts. And so you go over and you spend that time with your sibling, really having that empathy and knowing what it feels like. So understanding that, yes, they probably are crying and screaming because that is so painful, and giving them that time to help them put ice on it, help them take care of it, because you can feel that pain with them. I think it was, I don't know if it was this year or last year, I told you about my daughter, when my oldest daughter, who's in high school now, was in kindergarten. She had to have 2 casts, one on both of her legs. It was because she walks on her tiptoes, so it was to help her walk flat on her feet. Well, when she came home from the doctor's with the 2 casts on, her younger sister, who was 3 at the time, 2 at the time, was just crying and crying and crying because she thought that Alexa was in a lot of pain. And so she had that empathy. She was so worried because she knew she could feel what that would feel like, how painful it would be if you had casts on both your legs. What Caitlin didn't realize was Alexa's legs weren't broken. So she wasn't in any pain. They just put those on there to help her feet get flat. But of course, being that little, that was the first thing she thought is her legs are broken, and she could only imagine how much pain that would feel if her legs were broken. And so she was crying for her because she knew what that pain would feel like. So that's really what empathy is. And when we approach people and we listen to people and we're out places, whether it's in the mall or watching things on TV, being with our friends, really having that empathy and feeling what they're feeling is so important. So I have a job for you this week. What if? So with Monday being President's Day, it actually got me thinking about the United States and how we're a democracy and we get to elect presidents. And the reason we are a democracy, I mean, there's many reasons we know through history and stuff like that, but one of the important things that we have of being a democracy is having a military that protects us and gives us that freedom, right? Our military, so our Army, our Navy, our Marines, our Air Force, they protect us so that we have the ability to vote and to have all of those privileges we do as being in the United States. And so I want us to take a moment and to have that empathy, experience that empathy for our men and women who are overseas, who are far away from their families. Maybe you have a mom or dad that actually is overseas. Maybe you have an uncle or a cousin or somebody you know that's overseas fighting for us to be able to have those freedoms. Can you imagine what that would feel like to be so far away from your families, especially as holidays come around? We just had Valentine's Day. The different holidays, maybe you have to be away from your family for a really long time. Can you imagine what that would feel like? Have you ever spent the night at a friend's house and been kind of worried and really wanting to go home because you were far away from your parents' house? I know maybe when you get older, that's not as bad of a feeling, but when you're younger, if it's the first time you've ever gone, can you imagine what it felt like to be far away from your parents? And so I want us to think about our soldiers who are overseas, away from their families. It's hard when you're away from your families and not being able to see them all the time. And so something we could do for them is we could actually write them thank you cards, thanking them for all of that support that they do for the United States, for protecting our freedom. So I want to give whoever would like to take that opportunity and can really feel like what it would feel like to be homesick, far away from home and not able to see your family. If you would like to write a card thanking our military, you can send it to our High Point office and your teacher can give you that address. And then what we'll do is I'll collect them all, and I have a friend who ships out all kinds of stuff to our military men and women overseas all the time. She teaches at the middle school right over here by where I live, and they'll do candy drives. They do like drives for different types of products that they can use, like toothbrushes, soaps, all kinds of stuff that she'll send over. And so she said she'd be happy to send our cards over to give those military men and women that boost that they need when they're feeling homesick. They can read from other people knowing how much we are thankful for all that they are doing to support us. Okay, so boys and girls, that's completely optional, but you're going to send it to the High Point office in Mesick, and then we will mail those out for you. And I appreciate it, whoever would like to take that challenge and get that feeling of what it feels like to feel homesick. And so send that out to appreciate our men and women serving for us overseas. High Point high five. Oh my goodness, there are so many things that are going on these past couple of weeks. It's always hard to pick one High Point high five, but I actually have to say the High Point high five this week is going out to all K through 5. I went in during count day, and I was in one class connect for K through 2 physical education and another one for 3 through 5 physical education. Do you know we had over 280 friends in our whole school online doing physical education at the same time? We had 81% of our students in K through 5 doing physical education at the same time. It was so much fun to watch and to see you all in there participating. So I'm going to give you a High Point high five, and thank you so much. Gracie has been really quiet besides squeaking at the beginning. Gracie, where are you? Gracie! Her sisters are getting food, so I think she's in the other room. But hold on, I will grab her so she can say hi. All right, boys and girls, here's Gracie. We are still working with her catching the treats. She is not having much luck, but we're going to continue to work with it. You know what? I've been able to get her to walk on her hind legs, though, because she gets so excited about a treat, but she does not want to jump. So this week, hopefully I'm going to get her in to get a haircut, because you can see she's getting a little scraggly. So she needs a haircut, but I don't want to get her too thin because of all that snow. She loves the snow, and so does Izzy. She comes in. I should send you all some pictures. She comes in and has snow all over her face because she loves to dig. Well, boys and girls, have a great week. Gracie says, let's see, goodbye. Say goodbye, Gracie. Bye. Have a great week. Study hard. And she gives you a high point high five, too. Bye, boys and girls.